of 50 hectares of land to the ministry at no cost for the Renewed Hope estate. Speaking, Governor Dare said they were in the ministry to appeal to the minister for his intervention to fast-track the completion of the agreement between the ministry and Zamfara State on the purchase of the National Housing Program housing units, as it will enable the state to take over the structure. Minister of Works David Umahi has threatened to terminate the contract of Reynolds Construction Company RCC on the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway if the contractor fails to mobilize to site in the next 7 days. He issued the warning in Lagos recently while inspecting an evacuated but now refilled section of the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Road that served as refuse dump. Umahi, while fielding questions from journalists, said that RCC had delayed the completion of the section of the road due to disagreement about negotiations between the contractor and the ministry. While Messias Julius Berger PLC has completed Section 1 of the expressway from Lagos to Shagamu interchange. The minister said that could not be said of Messias RCC, as about 3 kilometers of the Ibadan-bound section of the road has not been completed. He also stated that it has the 8.5 kilometers Lagos-bound, which has redesigned as concrete pavement. An appeal has gone to the federal and state governments to provide more robust welfare packages for teachers. The appeal was made by Right Reverend Isaac Oluyamo, the Diocesan Bishop of Ijesha North Anglican Diocese, in a statement he personally signed at the end of the special program organized by the Diocese for Teachers in Ijebu-Jesha, Osun State. Bishop Oluyamo also suggested that the welfare package could come in the form of car and housing loans for the teachers. The cleric also advocated for special allowances to be given to teachers in appreciation of the vital role they play in shaping the minds of future leaders. Now, as part of efforts aimed at raising model citizens in Nigeria, the National Orientation Agency has revealed plans for the establishment of 37,000 Citizens Brigade nationwide. Ogun State Director, National Orientation Agency, Funke Salako made this known at the flag-off ceremony of the National Identity Project in Ogun State, with a focus on the national anthem and the National Value Charter. Speaking, Salako said the Nigerian Identity Project (NIP) is intended to bring the nation together irrespective of tribe, religion or ethnicity.
The agency will establish citizen brigades in primary and secondary schools this year, starting with 37,000 members. There will be 1,000 per state and 1,000 from the Federal Capital Territory. The brigade will be fashioned after the Boy Scout and the Girls Brigades, where members learn leadership and moral values. They will be raised as model citizens who will embody the national identity. Millions of Nigerian children, as the brigade grows, millions of Nigerian children will join the brigade in a few years, causing a deliberate movement of value ambassadors, model citizens, and a generation of new Nigerians.
She said the creation of the new institution will be tailored to have young adults learn about leadership and capacity development. She added that the National Value Charter empowers citizens to actively participate in nation building, fostering a sense of ownership and responsibility towards the nation's collective future.
The National Value Charter is in two parts. They call it, some people call it 7 for 7. 7 promises of government for 7 responsibilities that the citizen is expected to give to the country. Now, one of the main things that is different about this charter, compared to all the other things that we've been doing, change begins with me, this one and that one, transformation agenda and all of that. One of the main things is that all those other ones have always been focused on the citizen, being patriotic, doing their dues for government and all of that. But the difference thing here is, NOA realizes that it can't always be the citizen that is expected to give to government. Government should have its own responsibilities, and those are the 7 promises that the government, that Nigeria now, not just a particular administration, but Nigeria as a corporate body is pledging to its citizens. It's guaranteeing its citizens, Nigeria is guaranteeing its citizens that they will be treated equally, that all Nigerians will be considered equal under the law, regardless of gender, of religion, of age, of geopolitical zone.
Now, the Ondo State Police Command has paraded 12 suspected criminals across various parts of the 18 local government areas of the state for different criminal offenses. While briefing journalists at the police headquarters in Akure, the state capital, the Commissioner of Police in the state, Abayomi Oladipo, narrated the series of offenses committed by the suspects. Oladipo emphasized the importance of the need to be cautious when discussing monetary matters around domestic staff and ensuring that personal banking details are kept private.
Arrest all suspected armed robbers stroke case of murder. The Ore Divisional Police Headquarters received a report of an ongoing robbery attack at the Premier Lotto office in Ore by a 4-man gang. On the heels of this intelligence, the police special squad swiftly moved into the area where the miscreants, upon sighting policemen, opened fire. The tactical team arrested the duo of Ojukini Fiyebo, aged 32 years, and Christmas Ibakelesi, aged 39 years. One Sanusi Idowu fell to the superior firepower of the operatives. Effort to resuscitate him proved abortive as he later died in the hospital. In advancing the investigation, 3 cut-to-size single-barrel guns were recovered from the suspects, who voluntarily stated in their written confession that they were part of a major armed robbery syndicate with an interstate network.
The commissioner said the command is resolute in its commitment to tackling crime and maintaining law and order in Ondo State. To end Housing TV news at the top of the hour on the foreign scene, over 3 million Florida homes and businesses were without power after Hurricane Milton fled trees, tore roofs off buildings, and flooded streets, leaving residents of the Florida coast surveying a trail of destruction on Thursday. As the eye of the storm blew past the peninsula, communities were still contending with strong winds, heavy rainfall, and possible flash floods. Milton triggered tornadoes before its arrival, with unconfirmed reports of multiple fatalities after one twister struck a retirement community on Florida's east coast. St. Lucie County Sheriff Keith Pearson posted a video on his department's Facebook page warning residents to seek shelter, showing their 10,000 square foot red iron building that houses police patrol cars torn apart by a tornado. Kuwait is currently undertaking several large-scale housing projects aimed at addressing the growing demand for residential units, and it includes Al Mutalla City, South Saad Al Abdullah City, and South Sabah Al Ahmed City. Those major projects were set to provide housing for thousands of citizens and offer significant opportunities for foreign companies to contribute, particularly in the fields of infrastructure and construction. Al Mutalla City is one of the 3 major housing projects currently being executed by the Public Authority for Housing Welfare, with a projected population of 400,000. The pace of infrastructure completion was accelerating in 2 other major projects. Now, lastly, on the foreign scene, Governor Josh Green signed a proclamation today relating to affordable housing, placing a pause on the automatic adoption of county building codes. The proclamation gives the counties additional time to review, amend, and adopt the latest state and national building codes to suit their particular safety and design standards, and this is aimed at bolstering efforts to build more than 13,000 affordable housing units for working-class families over the next 3 years. According to the Office of the Governor, the previous emergency proclamation relating to affordable housing suspends the State Building Code Council, but it did not suspend the county's authority to update and amend their own county-wide building codes according to their own building and safety standards. That's the much we can take on Housing TV News at the top of the hour. Before we go, a quick recap of our top stories. Federal government targets a 60% increase in Nigerians' raw material value addition. Senate orders state local governments to comply with Supreme Court judgment. Minister of Housing assures Zamfara State citizens affordable housing. In Rivers State, elders in Rivers charge police on professionalism in post-local government election crisis investigation. And on the foreign scene, Kuwait expands housing project, opens doors to foreign developers. For more news in the housing sector and other sectors, subscribe to Housing TV Africa on YouTube and follow Housing TV Africa on all social media platforms. You can also download the Housing TV Africa mobile app on Google Play Store and Apple Store to stay connected wherever you go. I am Maimuna Bagudu. Thanks for watching and bye for now.
Housing TV Africa, your first